Hello, everyone, and welcome back to RPS at Home, where this week we are discussing compare and contrast. Today is our last day on the topic. Hold for one moment while I pull up our PowerPoint. Our learning target for today is that the student will be able to compare and contrast details in two informational nonfiction texts. Now, our story that we're reading today is called City Systems. It was also written by Barbara Rader. And if you look here, not an illustration, it's a photograph. If we look closely, we can see a worker. And behind the worker, it looks like tall buildings and maybe some type of transportation bus going behind him. City systems. As we're reading this story, I want you to be thinking, how is city systems similar and different to the story we read yesterday, which was working at the hospital? Okay. When we read working at the hospital, there were different people other than the doctors and nurses who helped to ensure that patients got well and were able to go home, such as the receptionist who checks people in, the cafeteria workers, the people who prepare food, the janitors, who keep the hospital clean, and also the IT people, the information technology people that help the computers to stay running. So now, let us compare working at the hospital to city systems. Now, no matter what city you live in, your community depends on the help of the systems in place. In this informational text, Barbara Radner further explores the systems that help a city run. As you read, take notes on the different systems that are in place in a city. Paragraph 1. Thousands of people work in Chicago's government. You probably see the mayor on television and you see other government workers in your community. If you see a police officer or a crossing guard, they are government workers. They are safety workers, and they are part of a system that helps everyone in the city. Thousands of people work every day to keep you safe. Make sure you have water and other services. There are other safety workers you don't see, but they keep you safe. There are food inspectors. They go to restaurants, not to eat, but to check for problems. They make sure the restaurant is clean so that customers won't get sick. You may have seen a sign on a restaurant that it was closed by the health department. The inspectors have found serious problems. The restaurant will be inspected again before it is allowed to open. Sometimes a person gets sick because of food at a restaurant. That person usually takes a day to recover. Some people even have to go to the hospital after they get food poisoning. There are many workers who help run the city systems. One of the systems you don't see is mostly underground. It is the sewer system. The system carries the dirty water from homes and businesses. The water goes to a sewage treatment site. There it is cleaned. Workers have to make sure the sewers are working. They need to check for leaks. They may need to replace a part of the system. If you have ever seen a hole in the ground and workers digging deep underground, you know they're fixing the sewer. When a sewer breaks, it is urgent to fix it. If they don't fix it right away, it could become a health problem. So we just finished reading city systems. We learned about how the city operates with people who work jobs such as crossing guards or police. They talked also about people who inspect restaurants, food inspectors, to make sure that when we go to eat at restaurants that we're eating food that won't get us sick. They also talked about people who work the sewer lines to make sure that the dirty water is being taken away from our school, from our home, or different businesses. And that helps to make sure that our city continues to function. So now we are going to up here, and you are going to write a response to compare and contrast these two informational texts. You're going to compare city systems to working in the hospital. If you'd like to type it up, you can email me your response. My email address is kconnell@rvaschools.net, or you can share your response to someone in your home. When you're writing your response, please make sure you have an introduction. Make sure you write how these two stories are similar, write how these two stories are different, and then conclude your response. Have a conclusion. Please use transition words. We discussed some. Signal words when we looked at our anchor chart. So I'm going to put that up again. If you're talking about how the stories are the same, use words such as both, similar, same, also, as well as, like, and. But also, I would like for you to use signal words when you are contrasting, such as however, while, although, or though. Once you finish, you should be proud of your work and share it with someone or share it with myself. Thank you so much for joining me this entire week of learning at home. Please continue to keep up the good work. We only have about 2 more weeks left until summer break. Take care now. Bye.